Hi everyone, I am here with a true story. This one is by Don Jezik. Spook. Okay. You guys ready? My daughter Hannah was a cheerleader her sophomore year in high school. One day during a stunt, Hannah caught the full weight of the flyer above her. Pop, she heard as the girl landed in her arms. It was her left arm. We thought it would be fine in a few days, but 3 weeks later it had become excruciatingly painful to even move. We took her to her regular doctor who couldn't figure out what the problem was. They need to do an x-ray, it might be broken. She recommended we see a pediatric doctor and later an adult orthopedic surgeon. No one could figure out the source of the pain. We went to a psychiatrist who provided no answers. I hate when they do that. I hate it. And then visited our city's professional basketball team's sports doctor. He did an experimental procedure on Hannah where he drew blood and then re-injected it into her area of pain. This didn't work either. Have you guys ever heard of that? I ain't. Hannah did several rounds of physical therapy, including a technique where metal instruments were rubbed against the painful area. All these therapies were tremendously painful, but solved nothing. In addition to having 2 CAT scans, she had 3 MRIs where needles injected dye into her body. Hannah hates needles. Plus a bone scan, which required doctors to inject her body with radioactive dye so they could visualize all her bones. We even saw a tumor specialist just in case. My goodness. Let me just say this real quick. I hate when they try to say it's mental, try to send you to a psychiatrist. You think it could be all in your head just because they can't figure it out? But when you finally get to the right doctor who does the right tests, God will help you find that right doctor, like he did me, that will do the right tests and find out what's wrong with you. I hate when they can't figure it out and they try to tell you to see a psychiatrist or something. It makes me so mad. Just because they can't figure it out. Try harder. Do something else. And another doctor has no problem with helping and doing the right things and figuring out what it is. I don't know. None of them found an answer for her pain. By now, Hannah was sick of seeing doctors and didn't want to look for an answer anymore because the therapies hurt so much. So she bore the pain and wore a sling on and off for more than 3 years. Poor girl. She couldn't be a cheerleader then. During this time, she couldn't play sports in school or games with her youth group. People started saying she was making the pain up because no doctor could find anything wrong. See? It just ain't the right doctor. After 3 years, Hannah started wondering if they were right, if she was only imagining the pain. You know pain. Pain is real. They say depression can cause pain as well. Well, I got major depression and severe anxiety and social anxiety. I don't know, but I'm in pain all the time. But I got other things wrong. This poor girl. She's going to school. She is not getting out of school because of this. They heard a pop. I mean, come on. It's not like she's saying this and making stuff up so she can stay home from school or something. She's still doing everything. Why would she make it up? She's not making it up, and it hurts so bad inside when people don't believe you or take you seriously because one doctor can't find out what's going on and they say nothing's wrong. I know how that feels. people say, oh, the doctor said they couldn't find nothing. You're all right. And then when somebody does, the right doctor does find it, then they don't believe you. Hannah saw one last doctor who proposed she had a rare condition called chronic regional pain syndrome. Over time, her limb would get hot, swollen, and red. Then it would soften and deform. Sometimes people even get an amputation, he said. Hannah asked for exploratory surgery, but the doctors wouldn't do it because they couldn't find any medical evidence that something was wrong. Sometime later, at a Bible study Hannah and I attended, I felt God tell me to ask the group to pray for Hannah. They did, fervently, asking God to heal her and to help us find an answer. The next day, I searched online for a professional in chronic pain syndrome. As I scrolled through dozens of names, says though, it's supposed to be through, I felt led to click on a certain physical therapist website. It said he had 50 years of experience. Wow. I read, if you want to stop your pain at the source, rather than just strengthening the surrounding muscle, we are the experts. I called and explained Hannah's story to the receptionist. When can you bring her in? Or when can I bring her in, I asked. The physical therapist is semi-retired, she said, and right now he's on an extended vacation in the San Juan Islands. Would you like to see his associate? No, I said, sensing inside that I needed to pursue the physical therapist himself. I want to see the man with 50 years of experience. I'll call him and let him know, she said. An hour later, I got a call from the San Juan Islands. Wow, he called her himself. Hello, said the therapist. I'm really interested in your daughter's case. Tell me more. I told him everything. I think I know what's wrong with her, he said. Because Hannah would leave for college in 2 weeks, he scheduled an appointment for the following week. He left his vacation early to meet with us. Now that's a good doctor. What doctor is going to call you while they're on vacation and then come back early to help? That's a good doctor. Now she's going to find the right one. God led her to the right one. Now we'll see, it's all not in her head now. Meanwhile, Hannah was exhausted from seeing doctors and had basically given up hope. Yes, baby girl, I know how that is. Plus, she didn't want to miss a shift of work to make another doctor's appointment. I'm not going, she said to me, but I knew the Lord had steered me to find this therapist website. When I told her I would replace her wages, she agreed to go. The night before the appointment, I attended a friend's birthday party and asked the group to pray for the upcoming session. There in the restaurant, they stopped the celebration and took turns individually praying for Hannah for several minutes. Wow, that's amazing. That's a good group of people, isn't it? Usually people will just say, okay, I'll pray, forget about it. The next morning, Hannah, her father, and I found ourselves sitting in yet another waiting room. By this time, we had a 1-inch stack of medical papers from the past 3 years of long appointments, endless research, painful treatments, and failed attempts to fix the pain. They can put you through so many painful treatments, and it seems like just more tests and more tests and more, and they're horrible tests. I'm talking about ones that I've been through. This poor girl's been through so many too. Seems like you're never going to get done taking tests, just one right after another, and some of them are so painful. And you get stuck so many times. By this time, we had a 1-inch stack of medical papers from the past 3 years of long appointments, endless research, painful treatments, and failed attempts to fix the pain. As we looked around, we noticed a Bible on the coffee table. I wondered if the therapist was a believer. If he was, it made sense that I'd felt so drawn to call him. The physical therapist listened to Hannah for an hour and then began pointing out details about her arm that we'd never noticed before. It was as if he saw the interior workings of her arm in his mind. After observing for a few minutes, he said to Hannah, "A tendon popped off your bone and tore. Scar tissue is rubbing against the bone, sliding back and forth like pulling a knot on a string of yarn through a needle. The way you hold yourself to protect your arm from pain is actually perpetuating the problem." The therapist knew exactly what was mechanically wrong with her and moreover understood her pain. "It hurts so bad that you want to cut your arm off," he commented. See what that poor girl's going through? And people are trying to tell her there's nothing wrong and it's all in her head. When it gets like that, trust me, nobody believes you, and you're in so much pain like that and going through so much, and you know something's wrong with you, but people don't believe you. You just want to die. You just want to die. Trust me, I've been there. And I'm so thankful that it's over. Thank God I never have to go through that again, I pray. I hope she doesn't either. We reminded him she was leaving for college in 2 weeks. He said, "We'll have this taken care of before then." We didn't believe him. Oh, now I'm getting angry. We didn't believe him because of all we'd been through, but then why go there? But he took such a personal interest in her that we decided to trust him. Hannah began the new treatments he prescribed. He had his associate rearrange his schedule so he could assist us. Every day over the next 2 weeks, the pain level decreased. Hannah was able to control the pain, even making it completely go away if she did the exercises and movements she was supposed to do. She was able to do the small things again, like pick up her backpack. She no longer had to wear a sling just to walk around. At the end of 2 weeks, I went to the physical therapist to thank him. "God has given me this gift," he said. He is a believer. "I'm so happy to be able to use that gift to help people." He was so humble and such a servant of the Lord. God truly answered the prayers of the women in Bible study and all the people at the birthday party in orchestrating this appointment and putting us together with the one person who could help her. Hannah had to endure a lot of nasty things in hopes of finding healing. She also a hard worker, so sometimes she felt as if she wasn't doing her part. She wasn't able to sleep well at night, so she felt exhausted all the time. And there were many times when she was simply emotionally overwhelmed. That's to say the least, especially when you know there's something wrong with you and nobody believes you. It was draining to have such pain as a daily reality for so long. But now everything is changed. If her arm and shoulder ever hurt, she knows exactly what exercises to do to remedy the pain. Hannah has now completed her 2nd year of college and can do all activities she used to do, and activities she wanted to do for years, such as being a theater assistant, carrying costumes, lifting heavy objects, moving props, and dancing hip-hop and swing. She hasn't had to wear the sling again. Because her healing was delayed, we, as a family, pondered the story of Lazarus. Jesus purposefully waited 4 extra days before going to Bethany, where his friend lived. So we too chose to trust that God had a purpose in Hannah's injury and the timing of its healing. In an instant, Mary and Martha went from being desperate, hopeless, and exhausted to being filled with gratitude and wonder by God's mighty working. We too rejoice and wonder in God's ability to take a seemingly hopeless situation and in His wisdom and mercy bring us hope and allow Hannah back into a renewed, active, and normal life. Pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. Ephesians 6:18. Sorry, my eyes always start getting blurry at night. I don't know why. I gotta hold the book up like this. And I wear these glasses, but they don't help. They're my prescription glasses. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this true story. I will get it up, and then I will come back and read another one. I'm going to try to finish this book tonight if the camera battery will hold up. So, good night, guys.